Today we're gonna make some macaroni and cheese, or maybe macaroni and shells, with just 3 ingredients. We're gonna use evaporated milk, mild cheddar cheese. I have a little bit of a blend and some Monterrey Jack and some cheddar, but you can just do it with mild cheddar cheese or medium. And of course, the pasta. We're going to start out by doing equal parts. So this is about 6 ounces of evaporated milk that I already have ready. I'm just showing you the can so you know. I'm going to do 6 ounces of evaporated milk, 6 ounces of cheese, and 6 ounces of dry pasta. We're going to start by just pouring the pasta into the pan. It's going to be shallow. We'll start with about room temperature water, and we're going to do enough in here just to cover the pasta. I'm going to get this going. I'm going to do a little pinch of salt. We're not going to do a large amount of salt like you usually cook pasta in, because we're going to cook the water down to where the water is kind of starchy. And the pasta is almost done, and then we're going to pour in the evaporated milk and continue to cook it, and then put in our 6 ounces of cheese, and it'll come out with a nice creamy cheddar and shell macaroni and cheese. We're back. So we've been cooking the pasta for about 8 minutes now. And let me just show you, I got the cheese all shredded up. So I only had about 4.5 ounces of the block cheese, so I'm going to take a couple of pinches of my shredded cheese to finish off that 6 ounces. So after cooking this about 8 minutes, it's al dente. The pasta is al dente, or to the tooth. We're going to add in our evaporated milk. And that cools it down a little bit from having it in the refrigerator. We're going to get it back up to simmering.
It's looking good.
We're going to cook it down for a couple more minutes, and then we're going to add in the cheese. A couple more minutes cooking down with the evaporated milk in it. Now the reason we don't do this from start to finish, some people would say, well, why don't you cook it in milk? Well, you don't want to cook it in milk because milk scorches easy, or to get burned, or it might start curdling up. It's not very tasty. But with the water and the starchy water in there and the evaporated milk already condensed, it's going to make for like a silky smooth sauce without that starchy water in there. Alright, Titus, you want to come get a close-up of this pasta now with the milk in it? It's looking pretty loose, but it's going to tighten up once we get some cheese in it.
Oh yeah.
Now we're ready to put in the cheese. You want to come over here just a second, Titus? Alright. Look, that evaporated milk and that starchy water that was in there is getting real creamy, or real smooth on its own. Now we're going to start working the cheese in. Let's get all this other cheese in there. We can be a little bit quicker now. And we'll get a couple of pinches of the shredded cheese since we were lacking a couple of ounces. And we're going to turn this heat off. We're probably not going to need any more heat. You see all that cheese melting in there?
Ooh, that's chewy gooey, alright.
Yeah, it's getting there, isn't it, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't have to use a roux or a slurry or like a base bechamel sauce. We just used all the ingredients: the cheese, the evaporated milk, the pasta, And of course the water and the salt, but we don't count that. Check it out. Give it one more shot, Titus, and then we'll get it ready. We'll get our taste tester to come in and check it out.
Oh yeah.
It's looking good. Creamy. Let's get ready to serve it up. Ezra, we're gonna let this cool down for a second, and then you're gonna have to come give us your taste test. Give us your seal of approval. So from start to finish, it was about 8 minutes with the pasta boiling, 2 more minutes with the evaporated milk in it, and then we mixed in the cheese. My bowl's probably a little bit too big for it. Give us another good bite. We missed the first one, man. We're trying to do a show here. Was that one hot? Is it good, Ezra?
Yeah.
Is it delicious?
Yeah.
Okay, well you gotta let the people know.